start again. It's a Redskin.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Bulls Show, aka Aidan, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be discussing the updates for the Chicago Bulls ahead of the Miami Heat game. Ultimately, we've got some clarification on the power forward position from the last video till now, and of course, we've got some people to talk that could potentially miss this Miami Heat game. And again, I think there's going to be a lot more concerns heading into this Miami Heat game with the players that we'll be talking about that could very well miss this game. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bulls Show, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls' chances against the Miami Heat if two of the guys that we're going to be talking about that could miss this game actually do miss this game. Now, at the end of the day, injuries has always been a big thing for the Chicago Bulls. It was last year. It's been for a lot of our young guys as well. It seems like the Bulls can't escape an injury-riddled season. And although it's still too early to tell whether or not we will see, I guess, an injury-riddled season, this is not necessarily the best start. But we'll start with the power forward position first and foremost. The Chicago Bulls actual page has announced that Patrick Williams will be the starting power forward, I should say, for the Chicago Bulls. Again, there was a lot of, I guess, indecision there with Billy Donovan on who should start between Javonte Green and Patrick Williams, and it looks like the Chicago Bulls have basically announced that it will be Patrick Williams that will be starting the first game of the regular season against the Miami Heat. Now, usually when you start the first game in the regular season, you're going to be starting a couple of games after that until obviously Javonte Green or anybody else really shows that they should be the one starting. So ultimately, basically, the Bulls have decided to go with Patrick Williams as the starter. Now, for me, because personally I disagree with the decision. I think Javonte Green has proven well and truly that he should be the starting power forward. But for Patrick Williams, I guess the best way to, take advantage of this opportunity of starting for the Chicago Bulls is, one, just work extremely hard. Javonte Green is one of the hardest working players on the team, and Patrick Williams will have to match that level of intensity and hard work to really cement his spot as the starting power forward, because I think he has the skills and he has the talent to be a strong, player in the starting five for the Chicago Bulls and even at the power forward position. But I don't necessarily think he works harder than guys like Javonte Green. Maybe that's just me, what I see, but ultimately that's one thing. And two, be aggressive in the power forward position. Go to the hole. Go and get your dunks. Go and get fouls. Go and take your mid-range shots. Even if you shoot one from 8, you have a bad night shooting. It's better than not taking any shots at all and not really showing that you could be impactful in the game. So these are two things that Patrick Williams, in my opinion, has to be able to produce for me to actually be convinced that he should be starting over a guy like Javonte Green from the very beginning of the season. Because I've got to be honest, I don't really mind the situation about Patrick Williams starting. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world that it's happening. And I really want Patrick Williams to succeed here. And I still give him the patience to actually get that chance to succeed here. But I don't agree with him starting over Javonte Green based on form. Javonte Green has played a lot better than Patrick Williams, so it's up to Patrick Williams to show what he can really bring to that starting five. Can he bring the energy? Can he be an energizer for the team? Can he be a guy that just constantly runs, constantly moves, does that type of role? Can he be a good offensive presence? Can he be a good athletic presence? Can he be these things that we want Patrick Williams to be? Can he be a guy that calls his own number, that can be aggressive in terms of his, own shot? Can he do these things that we want him to do? Big question there. We'll find out the answer against Miami. We'll find out the answer over the course of the regular season. And we'll see how long Patrick Williams will stay the starting power forward, if he does stay the starting power forward. So very, very interesting times for the Chicago Bulls indeed. But I'm glad we got clarification. I'd have rather known who's going to be starting than us finding out on the night. So that's a positive in all things. But yeah, we'll wait and see how well Patrick Williams can do. I think the first game will tell a lot, but ultimately it's all about the consistency of Patrick Williams in the starting five. It's not just about the first game against the Miami Heat. And for Javonte Green, again, even coming off of the bench, I still see Javonte Green being the same Javonte Green. I see him still being the same type of guy. He's going to bring energy to the bench. He's going to be a guy that's going to be able to shoot very well from the corners, hopefully. He's going to be able to be very athletic. And again, I think he's just going to be a very hard worker. We know Javonte Green's going to be the exact same player, so there's no surprises there. Starting or coming off the bench, you're going to see a very similar Javonte Green. Moving into, obviously, the guys that could potentially miss this game, there are two players that have been listed as as questionable and probable to miss this game. The first one being Zach Lavine. Zach Lavine is listed as questionable to play this game. Now, in NBA terms, questionable is 50-50. So there's a 50% chance that Zach Lavine plays this game, but there's equally a 50% chance that Zach Lavine misses this game. So I don't like those odds, to be honest. And considering the fact that he didn't play against Milwaukee, I can't help to see, I guess, why this is actually happening. Again, he got a lot of rest. Maybe it was something during training. Maybe, again, he's not necessarily 100% because he did only play half a game against the Pelicans as well. Maybe he's just not as healthy as we would like to think. He says in comments that there's no aches and pains. He said that he's happy that he doesn't have to think about that anymore. So all that leads to believe that he's 100% healthy. So I would really like to know why he's listed as questionable to play this game, and he's going to be a huge loss. I know he's not had the best preseason, but if he does miss this game, you miss a lot of scoring and you miss a potential threat on the floor that has to be respected. The Miami Heat will respect Zach Lavine's offense. They'll respect his three-point shot. They'll respect his ability to drive. They'll respect his transition play. They'll even respect his passing ability as well. And they'll try to play defense on him. They'll try to make things uncomfortable for him. If you lose Zach Lavine, you're going to have double team, triple teams on DeMar DeRozan. You're going to have double teams and triple teams on Nikola Vucevic. The starting five for this team is going to have a much more difficult time without Zach Lavine in the lineup. So I guess Kobe White comes into the shooting guard position so we can provide a little bit more offense into that starting lineup. But all things considered, I hope Zach Lavine will be ready to play this game. I'd rather not rush him in. Again, if he's not 100% healthy, I'd rather him miss this game. We've got 82 games to go. Getting him injured in the first game is not ideal. So if he has to rest him. If he's not going to play, fair enough, it's the first game of the year. But if he isn't playing and there's no real reason outside of maybe that his knee is not 100% like we first thought, that's a bit of a concern. I don't know the reason why, and I'm hoping that's not the reason why. I'm hoping it's just maybe it's an illness. Maybe, again, it could be another element of an injury. Maybe it's his hand or something like that. I don't actually know. But yeah, he is listed as questionable. And Alex Caruso is listed as probable to play in this game against the Miami Heat. Now, probable, a little bit more optimism there. 75% chance he will play this game and 25% chance that he will miss this game. So those are the odds that I would take. I fully expect to see Alex Caruso play, especially coming off of this bench. We're going to need a guy like Alex Caruso. Defensively, in transition, he's playmaking. Again, I think he could do really good work with the Chicago Bulls bench. I think he's a key part of our bench, and our bench played so well in the preseason. And I think him and Andre Drummond and Goran Dragic and those guys that's had consistency playing together off of that bench has done very, very well because of that. And I expect that to continue against the Miami Heat as well. So I'd really like to see Alex Caruso play as well. I'm not as worried as Alex Caruso as I am with Zach Lavine, because obviously Zach Lavine is more likely to miss the game. But again, I don't really know what else to say. I just hope that it's not a long-term thing that we're dealing with here. The fact that we're seeing injury-riddled, I guess, players and players potentially missing games at the very beginning of the season, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. And ultimately, I'm more worried than anything, because I'd rather them miss a game than get injured long term. But at the same time, this is the first game of the season and we're already talking about players missing the games. So ideally, that's not what I like, and I hope this is not an ongoing theme in the future. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Have a wonderful and safe day, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you in another Chicago Bulls video. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.